So I am a grandfather. My oldest daughter just had a baby a couple days ago, so I've been out of town, and 8-pound healthy baby boy, so I'm super excited. I'm not sure if I'm excited about being a grandpa, but I am finally at 51 a grandfather. You know, and I have a beautiful baby grandson. So while I'm out, I had to leave town because they live about 3 hours from me. So what does a guy like me do when you go out of town? I went thrifting, right? Because I was bored of staying around at the hospital. So I'm like, you're gonna take a nap? I'm gonna go visit. First of all, I visited a liquidation store. I went to Jack's Liquidation. I met a couple of great guys there, man. Anybody in the Jacksonville area that needs to buy pallets or truckloads, you know, talk to the guys at Jack's Liquidation. Their father, Bob, does some brokering for the business. Great people, the nicest people you're ever gonna meet. Jack's Liquidation in Jacksonville, Florida. So then when I left there, I went to the Salvation Army. I went to Goodwill, because I tried to negotiate some deals with the Goodwill, try to buy truckloads from Goodwill. They kind of turned me down on that. So then I went to a Goodwill store so that I can do a little thrifting. And my son was there, and he was excited about trying to find some stuff to buy. So this is the stuff that I found in Jacksonville Goodwill. First of all, if you watch my other videos, you know that I love kids' toys. And this is a good brand for kids' toys. It's Leapfrog, right? I picked this up for $2.99. It was $2.99, and I believe in the stores these run about $20 to $30 in the store. But I'm gonna price it at $9.99 here. I got a Sully. You know, I mean, this was only $3. This is Sully. It's from the movies Monster Inc. And I just love that movie. That was like my favorite movie whenever my kids were growing up. They watched it over and over and over again. So I became fond of Sully. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get. I could probably get about $10 out of Sully. I bought it for $2.99. Next I got look at this Mickey Mouse. So this Mickey Mouse stands up on his own. You know, it's about 2 feet tall, 24 inches tall. It was $5. It's a little dirty, but I'll get them cleaned up. Now, anything Disney sells. Anything Disney sells. So this Mickey, I know that we're gonna be able to put out there on their shelves probably for about $20. I think if he cleans up good, it's gonna be about $19.99. I mean, go to Disney and try to buy one of these. Go to a Disney store in a mall and try to buy one of these. They're probably like $100, but you know, so we're gonna be able to sell this for like $20. And so many people collect Disney out there. Anytime you get a chance to get Disney for a good price, pick it up, grab it, sell it in your stores. Mickey Mouse. This is a little pull-around toy that teaches you the ABCs. This was only $1.99 in the store, so I'm gonna put batteries in it, put this out. I think once again, I'll be able to get about $10 out of it, $9.99. All these clean, good kids' toys sell really, really well here. I try to get as many of those as I can. I got a fencing mask. This was up on the shelf, but it didn't have a price on it, but I thought I would just try to see if what they'd sell it to me for. And I think they charged me $2.99 for it. So I know these things are like $100. I'm gonna put it up on our special shelf up top there of all the stuff that we keep, stuff that we don't like to sell, you know, just kind of the cool stuff. And eventually, once in a while, somebody asks how much it is, and then we give them some ridiculous price and they buy it. But I got a fencing mask, that's kind of rare. You don't always get to see those. Look at this. I got a Darth Vader Christmas toy. Darth Vader and Christmas. Let me see what the price is. The price was $6 on this. So this covers Christmas, this covers Star Wars. It's a big stuffed animal. This is super duper cool. So I paid $6 for that. Once again, it's probably a $20 bill here. I'll put that in my collectibles section, and somebody definitely will buy Darth Vader getting ready for Christmas. As you know, sporting goods. Sporting goods is a big topic for me. So, you know, I love sporting goods, and I know a lot about sporting goods because I got my start in the liquidation business at A Plate Against Sports. So here's a leather Nolan Ryan baseball glove. So this glove is pretty nice. This glove was probably $40, $50, $60 in the store. It's good leather. They had it for $3.99. Now I easily can resell this for $20. Parents don't want to be spending the big bucks on baseball gloves, on sporting goods, because you know your kid says, "Hey, Mom and Dad, I want to play baseball, or I want to play football, or I want to play hockey." You better hope they don't want to play hockey because that's expensive. But you know, you go to the store and you see the price on these, and then you go to a store like mine and pick it up for a fraction of the cost. But you know, I love sporting goods, and anytime I'm out at the thrift stores, I'm always looking for these shoes. So these are wrestling shoes. Wrestling shoes are normally Asics, right? Now these shoes are probably about $50, $40 to $50 new. And you have to have a pair of wrestling shoes when wrestling season comes around. So if you buy wrestling shoes all year long, you're gonna, it's like like a gnat flying around. So if you buy wrestling shoes all year long, you're gonna sell them all in like the first week before wrestling practice. I even have coaches that come in and I give him a discount and he buys like 10 or 20 pairs, right? So I paid $5 on them. I'm gonna be able to put them for $19.99 in my store, $19.99. More sporting goods. I bought some little kids cleats, little kids Under Armour cleats here. They were $5, but you know, that might have been a little high price because I could probably sell them for $12.99. But you know, these are probably $30 in the store. I'll clean them up nice and neat. Kids, you know, cleats are always good. Once again, parents don't want to spend big bucks when your kids, because you know, if you're buying these cleats, it's going to be about 3 months and this kid's going to outgrow them, right? Because kids grow like weeds when they're this size. So $12.99 for those. These are baseball. These here are football cleats, right? Football cleats. These here are baseball cleats. Baseball, they don't really protect the ankles as much as football would. So baseball, you know, how do I know this is baseball and not soccer? Soccer does not have the cleat right here in the top, right? Because when you're kicking the ball, you don't want a cleat there because you're gonna hit the ground with that cleat. So if there's no cleat right here, you know it's a soccer cleat. If there is a cleat right there, it's either a football or it's a baseball cleat. So these ones are baseball, plus you can see the baseball, the home plate of the baseball right there. These are Under Armour. These are in pretty good shape. These are $5.99. I'm probably gonna put $14.99, clean up all the dirt on here, $14.99 on those. That'll save somebody $20 or $30 when they're going to the store. Then I bought some sneakers. I was pretty excited. My son really liked these Filas. I thought they were a little outdated, but for some reason he's like, Dad, I love those. I would definitely sport those. And I'm like, how much can I sell them in my store? And he says, oh, you can probably get $20 to $30 out of them. So these are in great shape. They were 10 bucks, a little bit more than I want to spend, but you know, if I can make 20 bucks off them, I'll be happy with that. Plus my son really liked them, so he was contemplating taking them home. Here I got some pink Sperry's. These were $6 here. Now this pair of Sperry's in the store is like 60 bucks, so I knew that this would be an easy $20 for me to sell. I'm trying to 10X my shoe section. I sell a ton of used shoes. Don't be afraid to use shoes, use sneakers, any of that stuff. I sell the hell out of them. Use women's boots. They for some reason, they seem to love them, and we just keep stocking up. So anytime you find a good pair of shoes for a reasonable price, $6, I'm gonna put these out there for probably 25 bucks, and they will definitely sell. I'll clean up the soles, I'll make that all white again, sell for $25, real easy sale. Then I found this is a really, really good deal on shoes, right? I looked at these shoes. I mean, do you know what the heck these are, Stanley? No? These are James Hardens, right? James Harden. So these are a good size. They're size 11.5. They got the polka dots on them. I forget the model that they call these, but these are James Hardens, and new they were like 150 bucks, but if you go on to StockX, they're selling them new for $350. I picked them up for 20 bucks. I'm sure that I can get, and they're really clean, they're really good condition. I'm sure I can get, I don't know, maybe $80 out of them. For $20 investment, I can probably resell them for 80 bucks, and somebody's gonna be happier in hell that they bought these James Hardens. Those are some nice looking shoes right there. Good looking sneaks. And then I got one last deal, my deal of the day, right? So this thing was sitting on the shelf, and I walk up to it and it says, our price, $24.99. And I'm like, what is this thing? I have no idea what this thing is. So I open this up and it's filled with this stuff. Like, what is this, Stanley? Do you know what this is, Stanley? Looks like a goalpost. You know, I thought it looked like a kid's playland kind of thing. You know, and if you look in here, there's hundreds of these tubes. There's just a ton of these tubes. Then I open up this side and there's some like platforms, I guess. Looks like platforms. Then I open up this side and here's like connectors. And then I find the book. And this is Fun Fix. So this is, if you have a kid that's interested in STEM, and STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. You know, this is a kit that's designed for them. So you give it to them, and then, you know, they can build all these different things. They can build like a car, they can build like a platform, they can, you know, I think on here they show all these different things, and then you can buy other kits to go along with it, and so you can make a full kids playland out of this kind of set here. And I started looking it up, like, well, is it worth $24.99? It's got to be, right? That bag alone would be 50, 60 bucks. It's got to be $24.99. So I threw it in my cart. I didn't get any internet when I was in the store. So once I get outside the store, I Google it, and I'm finding numbers like $300, $400, $500, $600 for this setup. I don't know exactly which one I got, so come over here and let me show you which one I got. So you can see this setup here. This is the same as the booklet there, right? Where's the booklet? This is the same as the booklet there. $320 on Amazon. So my $24.99, I'm gonna put this out for $199 in my store. Some parent's gonna want it for their kids. Remember, all of my prices are negotiable here in my store. So $24.99, I think I'm gonna be able to turn into about a $200 deal for somebody else. They're gonna save $120 over retail, and their kid's gonna be able to start their future of STEM building and their future of construction and engineering. And it's just a great, fun toy to buy. It's gonna be super profitable for me. So overall, I spent $130 on everything here. When I look at it, I think that I'm gonna be able to get about $550 back out of it. So $130 to $550, right? What's that, a $420 profit, if I did the math right? I love to go thrifting. This is like the core of what I love to do right here. This is where I started. Just thrifting, finding good deals at flea markets, at thrift stores, at yard sales. Yard sales are my favorite, I've kind of got away from that a little bit because, operating a big store like we do, it's, you're focused more on truckloads and bigger buys. You just can't afford to buy 20 items when your store needs to have thousands of items a day in order to survive. So, but this is where my heart is. I was talking to a lady who does reselling when I was in line at the Goodwill, and she was a sweet old lady. She says, I'm retired, this is all I do is resell. She says she loves it, and I'm like, you know what? I can't wait till I get back to a simpler life like that. Maybe when I'm ready to retire in 10 or 15 or 20 years, and I could just go to thrift stores and buy and sell stuff for a living, and then that's all I do instead of managing hundreds of employees and millions of dollars in sales. Hey, it was a pretty good day to go thrifting. Me and my boy, we made some money.